20 times in a year. I may only open my emails for you, maybe only 5 times out of 20, but it doesn't matter. When you come in my inbox, I see your subject line. I know it's you. So what are you doing? You're building your brand and you are being kept top of my mind. You're top of mind now. So when I have an issue and I want to find an answer, you're my number one go-to person.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. Today's guest is a business innovation strategist who splits time between New York and Las Vegas. Please welcome Jacques Skuteeki. Jacques, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you.
It's
Thanks
great
for the
to have you.
invitation.
Absolutely. It's great to have you on here, Jacques. We were talking at length before the show here. We have a funny connection, which is you're connected to Caldwell, New Jersey. I was born in that area, Livingston, and grew up in Caldwell and West Caldwell, New Jersey, went to James Caldwell High School. It is a small world. But aside from that, what you're involved in is very much relevant today. We live in a hyper-consumption society. People are spending so much time online, and you're involved in digital automation and in follow-up and engagement. Walk me through how you got into this space.
Well, our theme is because leads fall through the cracks, you need automation. And we created a proprietary template called 12-step cash flow. Why I got involved with digital marketing is very simple. From my career in the pharmaceutical industry, import-export, and I guess for about 10 years in the trade and barter industry, everybody in that industry was complaining about excess capacity, excess inventory, like, empty seats, not enough appointments in their book. And at the end of the day, when COVID happened, I sold my business, and I noticed that was not the problem. The main problem was they did not have enough leads, right? They didn't have leads. And then leads can come from anywhere, right? It can come from paid ads, it can come from your social media, it can come from something they call now lead capture pages. And how I got involved with the concept is I said, okay, let me understand the sales cycle, the customer journey. And we figured out with my team that the customer journey's got 3 phases: leads, strangers, prospect, friends, clients, family. Leads, prospect, and client. And what I noticed is that we have to stop selling and start engaging. Everybody loves to spend. Everybody loves buying. Nobody likes to get sold to. So our concept is capture the lead, make it a prospect. Now you educate them. And when you educate them, you start building what they call touchpoints.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
So a lot of people say, oh, you follow up on your new prospect, but those touch points build trust, like, and understanding in what you do. And people buy because of the gut feeling, because of the connection they have with you. They don't buy on price. Price is, maybe sometimes it's a 30% in the decision process. Sometimes it's 70%. It just depends, right? What you're selling. But the connection is so important. And that's what most of the people don't do out there. They capture leads and they start sending benefits and benefits. No, you buy a solution. When you have a pain point, and you buy a solution, the only reason you're buying a solution, and this is really important, is because you want to have a better future. So how
Yeah.
does your future look like when you buy this service, this thing? How is your future going to look like? And when you have that type of a conversation through education, then you shorten these sales cycles.
You
And
know,
that's how I got involved in this digital marketing thing, and now specifically with roofers, because I really understand what their problem is.
you talk about leads and being sold and people not wanting to be sold and engagement. This is more important now than ever with the amount of consumption that people are uh, everyone really is spending so much time, whether it's tablet, phone, computer, YouTube, you're consuming media. And so in part of that, if you're able to get useful information out to folks, that's a touch point. It might not be me saying, hey, I'm a real estate agent. Do you want to sell your home today? And that me just hammering that and hammering that. But information about, in my space, how to buy your first home or how to sell a property or how to, form LLCs and maybe invest together. I'm curious in the roofing space. When I think about roofing, especially since I'm a Texas realtor, Texas licensed realtor, I think about kind of storm chasing or disaster chasing and this type of thing. And that seems to be what's kind of been the model. So is that still, for the most part, what people are relying on? Or are there other strategies that you advise folks where, hey, you don't have to be chasing storms?
You mean as a business owner, as a roofer?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so the customer journey is the sales cycle in the mind of a roofer. They have all different sales cycles, right? Some of them, their customer journey is only networking with the chamber. Other ones, what they do is they buy a lot of ads, right? Other ones, they spend their days on social media posting like crazy. So the way they capture leads is very different, right? From one roofing company to the other roofing company. Now, depending on how they go out there, and they're on Thumbtack, and there's all kinds of websites that are really crummy. They're being paid per lead. They get let's say there's a storm, right? And now
Yeah.
what happens is people are looking for a roofer. They go to these free websites called, like, for example, Thumbtack, but the roofer's got to pay $50 or $100 for a freaking lead. When he or she gets that lead was also sold to 3 or 4 other roofers. Now you're in a bidding contest, right? Who's going to have the lowest price? Because there's no bond. There's no bond between the homeowner that
Right.
has a problem and the roofer. And that's not good, and roofers don't like that anymore. So, of course, if you brand yourself as a roofer with your postings or with your advertising as a specialist for storms, people will start recognizing you, or they'll start tagging you that is your expertise. So but it really depends, because when there's a fire and your home burnt down, or
Yeah.
there's like something happens in Florida, I mean, everybody wants that thing repaired tomorrow morning. And
Right.
it's very complicated unless they have really good sales skills. It's complicated because you have to have the right skills. If you do, it's easy to convert a lead into your customer as a roofer.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
I want to ask you about follow-up in this space, in the roofing space. I'm a little bit fish out of water because I'm not in roofing, but I have familiarity with it being a real estate guy, especially in Texas, where, you get lots of hail, there's storms, there's tornadoes, right? But follow-up in the roofing space, I can imagine it is more time sensitive, right? Because, hey, someone's got to make a quick decision. Maybe their roof is damaged. In many cases, they have lots of different options. What does follow-up look like? Or does follow-up begin really even before they make that first point of contact, like when they're putting their content out to the public?
You know, this question applies also to real estate agents. Real estate agents have the same problem. And a small word, a very small word called branding means a lot, right? So when you are in a market and you brand yourself, don't want there's no questions to be asked on why only 1 out of 10 real estate agent is making money, because 9 out of 10 don't know how to market themselves. They don't know how to market themselves. They don't know how to brand themselves. They don't know how to be recognized in that market as the best. Same thing with the roofer, right? So what the roofer needs to do is what's very powerful and inexpensive is a chatbot on your website. Ours
Hmm.
is called Chanel. She's doesn't eat, she doesn't drink, she's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and she's witty. She creates engagement. So that's one tool. Another tool people use is Google Business Profile. If you really have a good GBP, which is free, by the way, by Google, it's the optimized website on your phone. Google Business Profile can bring you in a lot of leads, and it doesn't cost $20,000 like a good website. Okay, so there are tricks out there. There are marketing tools, and social media is another conversation. I'm not going there today. The social media says, "Hey, I'm alive. I exist. No one's going to read your 17 posts." Trust me, they don't have the time. So there are marketing tools that are out there that are very powerful, very cost efficient, that allows you to be recognized. And how you invite somebody in a conversation to create engagement is by education. You say, "Hey, would you like to find out more on how you can fill out an insurance claim for your roofing problem? Would you like to find out a little bit more about how to prepare your house when you want to sell it in 6 months or 2 years?" Right? Now you're creating a connection. So when I put my name and my email and my phone number in your system, in your landing page, in your email capture page, it's a mini website, right? Now you're sending me information. Wow, I read it. It's short, sweet, KISS. I keep it short, sweet, and stupid. Now you're educating me. Now you created a touch point.
Right.
2 weeks later, you send me something else. And when you do that, for example, 20 times in a year, I may only open my emails for you, maybe only 5 times out of 20, but it doesn't matter. When you come in my inbox, I see your subject line. I know it's you. So what are you doing? You're building your brand, and you are being kept top of my mind. You're top of mind now. So when I have an issue and I want to find an answer, you're my number one go-to person.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
You're my number one roofer. You are my number one real estate agent. And it's very simple. It's 100% automated. It's extremely cost effective. Not much money to be spent to have automation. In automation, that's what automation does. It
Yeah.
allows you to be top of mind, people remember you, and also you engage with them. So now you're building like trust and understanding in what you have to offer.
You mentioned the subject line in the email and how they might not even open. I'm thinking as we're talking about my own email inbox and how I haven't opened so many of them, but that when I did want to go buy flowers recently, I remembered the subject line of the email that had flowers in it, and I went to that business. I didn't even open that email. I just remembered the subject line. So a lot of people who may be listening may be thinking, well, yeah, but who's going to read the email? And to your point, Jacques, it doesn't even matter. You're in their inbox. They're going to remember the subject line.
Yeah. And when you invite, you're not selling anything. If you sell and when you send emails, if you are selling, you're not going to be opened. But if you're giving free information, if you're educating, you're just saying, hey, you want to find out more about, roofers say, oh, they got a roof. It's only good every 20 years. Hell, yes. But don't forget that when you are a roofer, you can educate them. What type of maintenance do you have to do on a roof every year, every 5 years? That's free. And make an offer to them. If they connect you with somebody else, you're going to give them a Starbucks card, or they're going to get a 50% discount on the next inspection, or they're going to clean the gutters for free, or whatever. You know what I mean? So when
Right.
you make it very clear that there's something in it for them, like where I'm living in a house here, I have this dude on the other side of the street that's got a dad that's going to die very soon, right? So he's looking for a real estate agent, but he's got to get the roof of his dad's house repaired before he sells daddy's house. So
Yeah.
that's a prime example of getting a referral by someone that doesn't need a roofing job, doesn't need a real estate agent, right? But will take that decision down the road when daddy dies. So that's what I mean about a cold call email marketing campaign, or we call it a retargeting campaign, is you keep yourself top of mind, whether you're a realtor or a roofer, or a HVAC person, it don't matter. It works.
It works. I'm speaking from experience recently here. There's so many different angles that we could continue to have this discussion with when it relates to real estate, when it relates to the trades, when it relates to people who may be doing consulting or who have offers or who may be, in-person events, and how even offer stacking with some of these things. When you talk about roofing, you also think about, I'm in Texas, solar panel maintenance and how people need to be up on the roof to do both of these. You could tie these two things together. But we are coming up on time here, Jacques. Where can folks go if maybe they are interested in some of these automations that you're speaking about? How can folks get in contact with you?
It's very simple. It's JACQUE, Jacques, JACQUES 360.com, like Jacques Cousteau, JACQUES 360.com. My personal website, all the stuff is there. And that's how we build our business, is by cold call email marketing. That's how we build our business.
Jacques,
Why? Because leads fall through the cracks.
they fall through. Jacques, thank you so much for coming on the show here today.
Thank you so much for your invitation.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.